Howdy, hey, how is everybody doing, and welcome back to Disney Daily. In 2010, Disney released one of its most beloved modern fairy tales, Tangled. The story follows 18-year-old Rapunzel, who has been stolen from her family and kingdom by the evil Mother Gothel, who has locked her away in a tower. As Rapunzel finally works up the courage to leave her tower, she experiences so many things for the first time, including love. I remember when this movie came out how incredibly popular it was, and in all honesty, understandably so. It had everything you could ask for in a Disney movie. Beautiful animation, catchy songs, and most importantly, memorable characters. So in today's video, I hope to grow your appreciation for Tangled even more with 5 fast facts you never knew about this incredible film. Number 5. Tangled was Disney's first full-length princess movie that was completely computer animated. Did you know that Disney had been considering making a movie about Rapunzel since 1937, but nothing ever came of it? Once Disney did eventually decide to create the film, it took Disney approximately 6 years to make it, which in the animation world is an extremely long time to spend on a movie. But the time frame makes sense due to how many elements went into making this movie visually breathtaking. From the glowing lanterns to Rapunzel's long and luxurious hair, each and every piece of animation is impressive. Tangled not only took the longest time to make, but it also was one of the most expensive. According to several sources, it took approximately $260 million to make. Number 4. Rapunzel was the first Disney princess with supernatural powers. If you think about it, previous Disney princesses were just ordinary people. They may have had unique skills, like Mulan's hand-to-hand combat or Belle's extensive knowledge about the world around her, but Rapunzel is the only official Disney princess to have magical capabilities, which I argue is what made her so popular with kids. I also believe this popularity for Rapunzel is what paved the way for another popular female protagonist with powers. Cough, cough, I'm looking at you, Elsa. And what's really interesting is the voice of Elsa, Idina Menzel, actually auditioned for the part of Rapunzel back in the day. Number 3. The lovable and hilarious Pascal the chameleon almost didn't exist, or at least he wasn't intended to be a reptile. I know it's hard to picture Pascal as anything other than a chameleon, but as it turns out, animators originally intended for him to be a squirrel. And what's interesting is once the animators shifted away from a squirrel and decided on a chameleon, it is rumored that they used one of the employees' own pet chameleon as reference. Pascal's coloring also changed a bit in the early stages. Animators originally intended for him to be purple, but decided green complemented Rapunzel's look better. Number 2. Like most Disney movies, the locations where the stories take place are inspired by real-life places around the world. For example, the Emperor's Palace in Mulan was based off the Forbidden City in Beijing, and the Beast's Castle in Beauty and the Beast was based off the Château de Chambord in France. And when it comes to the location for the movie Tangled, it is no different. Although the Kingdom of Corona looks like a place someone dreamed up in their imagination, it is actually very much based on a real location. The Kingdom of Corona was based off of the Le Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy, France. Number 1. Rapunzel's Babymobile predicted the future. If you pay really close attention to the beginning of the film when baby Rapunzel is laying in her crib, you will notice her Babymobile above her, and the objects attached all represent something that is going to happen to her in the future. The chameleon represents her meeting Pascal, the white horse represents her meeting Maximus, the bluebird actually represents the time she would spend in the tower, and you can see her putting together a puzzle of a bluebird during the song When Will My Life Begin. The duck represents her discovery of the snuggly duckling where all the thieves gathered to sing I've Got a Dream. And last but certainly not least, the Cupid, which represents Rapunzel's future love story, which we all know centers around Flynn Rider. Well, that concludes this episode. I hope you all learned something new about the movie Tangled. Please tell me your favorite character and why down in the comments. As always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily. Until next time.